Hey everyone, I have some exciting news to share. So we have been certified by State Housing and Community Development for our housing element. That's a huge accomplishment, and we're the 5th city in Santa Clara County to get this done, and we're the 36th city in the entire Bay Area to actually be able to say that we have a compliant housing element. I'm really proud of the Gilroy City Council, Planning Commission, staff, public, advocates, everybody that played a role in this. It took us 6 versions of this to get this right. And I'll show them to you in a second. I have them all printed out in binders. Every single version we went through got better. Errors were removed. We made our plans and our metrics stronger. I believe that this is a housing element that truly reflects our values and our current needs and our future needs. But it also corrects so many of the barriers that were of the past. And, we have over 40 opportunity sites plus other sites that are listed on here and that we're going to build multifamily homes on throughout the city that are spread all over the place. We have the downtown expansion district, the First Street mixed use corridor flexibility program. We have 429 corner lots for the missing middle and middle income housing program. And, all of these programs, I'll name a couple more too, I have them listed right here, but all of these programs are now going to be actively managed under the new Housing and Community Services Division. And I'll be sure to drop the job description. The job description for that manager just got released today. And so here's a couple more programs that we have out there. We have a Housing for Farm Workers program. We have an Inclusionary Housing ordinance that the City Council will see coming through over the next year. We have our ADU programs and so much more. And what you'll see is all of these things are included inside of our work plan, but they are also funded. And that's one of the biggest things that State HCD and advocates and others like myself are looking for is, we understand that this is no longer just a paper exercise. Even the city attorney kind of brought that up a little bit last night. This is a commitment to our residents. It's a commitment to the region that we're pulling in the same direction. And here, before these all fall over, I'll show you. So we had 6 versions of this, and each time we had a version, I had staff printed out for me. So there you go, 6. Each one of these inside, they had tables and mapping systems and all that. And I'll just give you an example. This was the first draft, and look at all those right there. When you have a consultant that's doing this for you, initially, a lot of times they're just pulling data that they believe is true, but there was so much of it from the first draft that just was not a representation of the current programs or even current housing, between Farmworker Housing and supportive housing of what we actually have. We need to know where we're at in order to have good metrics to see if we're successful. Every year when we turn in our annual progress report, that will give a true reflection on how are you following up on these programs. If the programs aren't working, what are you doing to change them? What are different outreach? And that's really going to be a key point for the new housing manager in that community service division to take care of. So I'm super excited. I'm proud. If you're getting this message out there and you want to meet with me and you want to talk about the different opportunities to develop, we have an affordable housing project that we have an MOU with the county on to use Measure A funds. And in there, we waived impact fees. That's one way that the city is willing to work for you. We have a housing trust fund. Another one that's a really good example is our downtown expansion district and the First Street mixed use corridor program. Look that one up. That's page 304 in our housing element. We are willing to allow 100% residential in certain areas of our expansion district in order to get those extremely low income farm worker housing, those types of units. So we are active partners. We're willing to meet you at the table. So that's my update I'll drop the job description in the comments. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can go to the city's website to look for the final housing element. And all in all, I just want to thank you to the advocates and staff, Gilroy City Council, the Planning Commission, everybody played a role in this. And this is where we're going over the next 8 years. If you have any questions, I would encourage you to do a deep dive in the housing element. Take your time, print it out if you want to print out. Go down to City Hall and ask them, maybe you can get it printed out, several hundred pages, but I think it's worth the read. Okay, have a good night.